Hi guys, Paul Turnbull here, Stockport County Club Captain. Hope you're all well and enjoying the Quaranteam Challenge. I'll speak to you soon. Hope you're all well.
Hi everybody. Well, today's challenge is challenge 14 and it's called the 3 square challenge. You will see the demos later on in this video, but if you just take a look at this sheet, there are 3 squares. And the player has 3 challenges. The first one is kick-ups. They start at the first entrance to that 3 square tunnel, and they must do 1 kick-up before they enter into that tunnel, keeping the ball in the air. And if they make it all the way to the end of the tunnel and do at least 1 kick-up when they've got out of those 3 squares, that counts as 1 lap. These shaded areas are just to show you that if you stray out of the tunnel and a body part touches the floor, then that lap doesn't count and you have to start again. So if you say do that on your 4th lap, if you're good enough to do 3 completed laps of kick-ups in the air, when you turn at the end and come back into the tunnel, if you stray out or drop the ball, that obviously is the total you finish with, which would be 3. As you'll also see, there's a challenge with knees and a challenge with headers, which just the same rules, but to go through the point scoring system, with the kick-up challenge, you score 1 point per lap. Now it's your highest number of consecutive laps that you're trying to get in 24 hours. So for example, if your kick-ups, you manage to do 2 completed laps without dropping the ball at all, then you will score 2 points. If you do the knees, each completed lap for the knees is 25 points. It's a lot more difficult. So if you get to the end of the tunnel and you come out and do at least 1 knee and then turn round and go back into the tunnel, go all the way through keeping the ball up in the air with the knee, and you get out of that tunnel, that's 2 completed laps and that's 50 points. The same applies to headers, but please remember you must do a header in the air before you enter the tunnel, go all the way along the tunnel keeping the ball in the air with your head, and at least 1 header when you get out of the tunnel for that to be 1 complete lap, and that will count as 50 points. So all in all, you will submit 3 separate videos with your best score for kick-ups, knees and headers. Kick-ups count as 1 point per lap, knees 25 points per lap, and headers 50 points per lap. Once those 3 videos are submitted, they'll be checked and we'll obviously total your points for this challenge. The rules obviously will be on the description, so please make sure you check them, because if you're doing it wrong, then it won't count. Good luck. Okay, welcome to the 3 square challenge. Now you'll see me measure out the actual course. You can use shoes or bottles, obviously something safe if you were to fall, but there's 3 squares measured out and they're 1 stride each. So going across 1 stride, then the 3 squares going up, 1, 2, 3 strides, and 1 stride across, 3 strides back. The most important thing with doing this challenge is that you do not let any body part touch the floor at the sides of the tunnel. Obviously you'll start entering into the tunnel, that's fine, as long as you do a kick-up or a knee or a header before you enter the tunnel, and that you get through the end of the tunnel with the ball still in the air, and a final kick up if you're doing the kick up challenge, or a final knee or a final head outside the end of the tunnel. So just to confirm, no body part can go outside the sides of the tunnel when you're doing this exercise and touch the floor, and you must do a kick up, a knee or a header before you enter the tunnel in the air, and once you've got out of the tunnel there must be at least a kick up, a knee or a header. Okay, so you've seen the videos now. Just a couple of more things. Please make sure your camera covers the whole practice so that you don't go off camera or points won't be awarded. Please also make sure your camera is angled, and the best thing to do is maybe put it on a chair, and so we can see that you are actually going into the tunnel and out through the end to score your points. When you submit videos, the maximum videos you can submit for kick-ups is 2, knees 2 and headers 2. No more videos will be accepted and the points won't be counted even if you better those 2 best scores. So be careful when you submit your videos. Lastly, if you're doing the kick-up challenge, you can only use your feet. You cannot use any other body part or that go will not count. If, for example, you start the kick-ups and you use just your feet, 1 foot in the air, then go into the tunnel, keeping it in the air with your feet, go out the end of the tunnel and get at least 1 foot kick-up, that will count as 1. But then if you turn around, keeping the ball in the air, go into the tunnel for the second time and use your knee or another body part rather than your feet, then you'd only score 1. If you're doing your knees, you can only use the 2 thighs, no other body part. If you're going in with your head, you can only use your head, no shoulders, no knees or anything else. Okay, enjoy.